Welcome to the program, Marriage and a Family. Um, this is your program, and I just want to say welcome. Please share the broadcast if you can, as we come to share briefly what I believe that is necessary for us to understand. Like I always say, um, the issue of marriage is very important. It's important in our society. It's important for our community. It's important because a lot of the things we see, some are products of broken homes and broken marriages. Broken homes and broken marriages. So we've been looking at the termites of marriage. The termites of marriage. Those deadly small, what seems to be like insignificant but deadly insects. We're looking at the termites of marriage. Now, last week we looked at the issue, the issue of the in-laws problem. And like I said, they are good in-laws. They are very, very good in-laws. Don't misunderstand me that they are very, very good in-laws. Like I can testify of my in-laws. I can give a thumbs up for my in-laws. So that there are good in-laws out there. But we talk about the issue of in-laws. We talk about those who are consistently meddling in marriages. Those who are consistently meddling in marriages. And sometimes those meddling can even lead to the marriage being destroyed, lead to the marriage being broken down. So those are the ones we're talking about. The meddling ones, the one who meddles in a relationship, the one who meddles in marriages. Those are the ones we're talking about. Talking about in-laws. But honestly, there are good in-laws out there. In-laws that can be trusted. In-laws, like I said, I can give thumbs up for my in-laws. So of course there are good in-laws out there. Okay. So we'll talk about the issue of in-laws. So today, like I promised on Thursday last week, we're going to talk about another termite, which is the lack of communication. The lack of communication. The lack of communication. If a married couple cannot communicate, they will meet the termite that will give them problems. If they cannot communicate, they will meet the termite that will give them issues, that will give them problems. And oftentimes this can lead to a very huge problem. It can lead to a very, very huge problem. A problem, even termites, even the termites cannot fix. Even the termites cannot even fix that. Very serious issue. So even though their slogan is the problem solved guaranteed, but here are some guidelines, that the terminex can give you to kill this communication termite. No, they can't give you that, no solution to kill the communication termite. And these are very important guidelines. These are very, very important guidelines. So communication is key. Communication is vital. If a married couple cannot communicate, a serious problem. That's a serious issue. They cannot communicate. That's a serious issue. Serious issue. Now, and listen, we talk about communication. We're not just talking about, oh, hello. No, it's better than that. Because oftentimes, where there is no communication, then there is suspicion. Where there is no communication, there is suspicion. Communication is key. So the first aspect of communication is, as we talk about communication as a termite, is that you must find time to communicate. So it's not that hello, find time to sit down, to talk. Maybe your spouse has an issue. She said, I want us to have a discussion. Find time. Maybe they have a concern. They want you to discuss something. Find time. So find time to communicate. Find time to communicate. Now, sometimes, you find your spouse, you're running, but you got to stop them. You got to stop them to talk. You got to stop them to talk. Say, look, honey, I know you're busy, but please, check it. Check a break here. Come, let's discuss. You got to find time to discuss. Find time to discuss. It's very, very important. Very, very important. Because there's no communication. So you hear one spouse says, well, when I tell them something, they don't listen. When I tell her, she don't listen. When I tell you don't listen, you don't have time. Because there's no communication. Communication it goes beyond just hello, no. You got to sit down and discuss issues relevant to your marriage. Discuss issues relevant to your marriage. So like for instance, if you go to work and you know that you will probably work a little bit late, let your spouse know, let your wife know, let your husband know, especially most times is the men. Let your wife know, look, sweetheart, we got some extra things to do today, so I will not be home early. I will be home 30 minutes late. I'll be home 1 hour late. That's communication. And then when you do that, you erase every form of suspicion. You don't have your spouse thinking, oh, I wonder where he is or where she is. I wonder what she's doing, what he's doing. No. There will be no suspicion. And then when you head through the front door, nobody's gonna ask you, say, why are you coming down like this? You must be able to communicate. It's key, it's very important. Communication is very important. A lot of marriages have died for the lack of communication. A lot of marriages have broken down for the lack of communication. And listen, the longer it goes, the more the suspicion becomes, and the more harmful it becomes to the marriage. So you must find time to communicate. I don't care how basic you can be. Find time to communicate. And I'm not just talking about, like I said, coming, oh, hello, sweetheart. No. Serious discussion. Serious discussion. Maybe one partner has something to discuss. Find time for that. Find time to hear him. Find time to hear her. Find time to listen. Many marriages today, they're struggling with communication. They're struggling. And so the man walks in, through the front door at 8:30, 9 o'clock. And the wife said, but where you been all along? Oh, you know I should be working late. We're working late. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. The responsible thing to do will be, if you know that day you work late, because sometimes those things are communicated in offices, then in the night, while you guys are, in a bedroom, tell your wife, oh, sweetheart, tomorrow we go to work a little bit late, so I'll be coming home 1 hour or 30 minutes late. And you can discuss that. You can discuss that. So find time to communicate. Find time to communicate. But also, you must learn to be a good listener. Be a good listener. Be a good. I know there that sometimes some people just think that they're supposed to just talk, 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 and just talk and just talk and just talk and just talk and just talk. Be a good listener. Sometimes when your spouse is talking, you don't need to interrupt them. Be a good listener. And so much so that when you portray the characteristics of a good listener, the person can say, are you listening? Say, yes, I'm listening. I'm listening to you. Okay, because you're not supposed to say anything. If I'm listening, they're not supposed to say anything. If I'm listening, they are not supposed to say anything. So be a good listener. Be a good listener. Listen to your partner. Be a good listener. Be a good listener. Be a good listener. You see, in your communication, you must learn to always respect the opinion of the other person. Respect the opinion of your spouse. Respect the opinion. Not because you don't agree with it, it means that it's foolish. Not because you don't agree with it doesn't mean that, it doesn't make sense. Respect their opinion. Respect the opinion of your partner. Respect the opinion. That's why a lot of things fall apart. Oh no, that thing you say, no. Why are you talking? Respect the opinion. You don't necessarily have to agree, but just respect it. Respect the opinion of the other person. Respect the opinion. You see, that's the way to go. Respect the opinion. And as you discuss, as you communicate, as you discuss and you communicate, in your discussion, learn to attack the problem. Learn to attack the problem, not the person. Oh, you see, you always did. No. Learn to attack the problem and not the person. A lot of the time in our communication, we want to attack the person. No, don't attack the person. Attack the problem. I said, do not attack the person. Attack the problem. Attack the problem, not the person. Not the person. Attack the issue. Oh, you see, this thing that you. No, folks. Don't attack the person. Attack the problem. Attack the problem. You see, you got to understand that communication is not yelling. Communication is not insults. Or even silence. No, communication is not yelling, it's not insult. You yelling, no, that's not communication. You insulting, that's not communication. And some people say, well, I just choose to keep silent. No, that's not even communication. That's not communication. That is not communication. Communication is very important. So be a good listener. Find time. Make time. Make time make time to communicate. Make time to communicate. Be a good listener. Be a good listener. And always respect the opinion of the other person. Respect their opinion. You don't necessarily have to agree with them, but respect their opinion. And learn to attack the problems. Attack the problem, not the woman or the man. No. Attack the problem, not the person. Attack the problem, not the person. You got to understand that communication. Listen, a lot of people think that, the best way to talk is to yell. Communication is not yelling. It's not insults. And email is not even silent. So, but the whole thing in the whole communication, no, I just choose to keep silent. No, that's not communication. That's not communication. Because if you're not careful, you have to deal with the termites. You give rise to termites. Because I said, when there is no communication, then there's suspicion. Little thing can be they can be termites. The person is thinking because there's no communication. You didn't say why you coming home late. You didn't say you will come home late. All of a sudden now we see you now home on time. Suspicion. Communication is not yelling. And listen, do not allow your communication to deteriorate into gossip. Do not allow your communication to deteriorate into gossip. Because exactly that's what happens. That's what happens. You allow your communication do not allow your communication to deteriorate into gossip. Into gossip. And the next point is the issue of jealousy. The issue of jealousy. Oh boy, this is a big, green, slimy termite. Issue of jealousy is a big, green, slimy termite. And beware of this termite. Beware of this termite of extreme jealousy. Beware. Beware of feeling that someone is trying to steal your mate. Beware. Beware. And I'm telling you, this is a very slim, big, green, slimy termite. Very big, slimy termite. The issue of jealousy. Beware of the feeling, because you just create that feeling that something is happening, that someone is trying to steal your mate. Because you know what? If someone is able to steal your mate from you, then it means that mate was not yours in the first place. They mean that they were not yours in the first place. So don't entertain the idea of that unnecessary jealousy, extreme jealousy, of thinking that someone is trying to steal your mate. That is a termite, because it begins to eat up on the inside, and it gives negative signals. It gives negative signals. Because you know what? If you want a happy home, trust is necessary. Trust. Trust. Trust is necessary for a happy home. Trust is necessary. But let's go to the Bible. Let's go to the Bible. In Proverbs 6:34. In Proverbs 6:34. Once against jealousy. Proverbs 6:34 says, For jealousy is the rage of a man. Meaning, man or woman in an emphatic sense, jealousy excites his fiercest rage. Man or woman. Man or woman. Proverbs 6:34 once against jealousy. It says, for jealousy is the rate of a man. So whether man or woman is an emphatic sense. In an emphatic sense, whether man or woman, jealousy excites their fiercest rage. And you know what? they become something they are not, or even even unable to control. They end up becoming something that they were not, and then something that they can't even control. In Proverbs 27 verse 4, we read as and wrath is cruel and anger is dangerous. But who is able to stand before envy? Wrath is cruel, anger is dangerous, but who is able to stand before envy? Proverbs 27 4. So what does it mean? It means that mere anger is temporal, but envy is like a personal serpent. Envy is like a personal serpent. Even it is ever watching for an opportunity to strike its victim. Envy. So you may find yourself married to a jealous spouse. Try to help them overcome this termite of jealousy. Help them to overcome that termite of jealousy. By these simple steps. So yeah, it's possible you're married to a jealous spouse, or you can help them. You can help them to overcome the termite of jealousy. But how? Number one, you can try to remove every opportunity for jealousy. Remove every opportunity. Remove every opportunity. Everything that will give rise to the jealousy, remove it. If he or she doesn't like you being friendly with the opposite sex, stop it. Don't go around them. Don't call or communicate all the time with the ex. No. So that will give rise to jealousy. So you can help your spouse by trying to remove every opportunity of jealousy. Maybe they say, I don't like these friends that you're with, cut it off. I don't like you doing this, cut it off. Don't be around them, don't go there. Don't call or communicate with your ex. Don't do it. Now think on this. How does it make you feel if you were to do it, if they were to do it to you? You see, so the truth is, you can have a jealous spouse, but you can also help them. You can help them out. You can help them out by removing everything that will give rise to jealousy. The person say, I don't like you doing, this person, the way I can see, I don't like it. Cut it off. But how will you feel if you were the one that they were doing it to? How will you feel? So when you deal with that, guess what? Time might stop. You call the termite up. So yes, you get married to a jealous spouse, but you must help them to overcome. And how? Like I said, remove the jealousy. Remove everything that will lead to jealousy. Everything that will give a trace. The person say, the spouse says, I don't like that group you with, cut it off. I don't like you sitting down with other people, cut it off. I don't like to do, cut it off. That's how you remove every form and every trace of jealousy. When you do that, then you deal with termite. The termite of jealousy is handled. The termite of jealousy is handled. But also, you got to do everything to assure them of your love for them and only them. Assure them that you love them more. Assure them, tell them that you love, assure them not just by talking, but by actions. By actions. Because, look, if your spouse says, I don't like you being with a group of people, and you try to defend it, or these are my friends, we've been friends before we got married, or these are my friends. I can't cut off. No. Then you are inviting the termites. You are inviting the termites to eat under your foundation. Or you become defensive. Or you show them that you love them. And only them. I like, there's some people, some, either because they because they don't understand. You have some people say, oh, that man, his wife can pull him by the nose. But I will always say, if my wife can pull me by the nose, then who should pull me? That you will pull me by my nose? Something got to be wrong with you. Or the woman can control you. If she doesn't control you, that you're supposed to control me, something got to be wrong with you. By agreeing to do what she says, it doesn't mean that you surrendering control over. No, it's showing her that you love her to the extent that the Bible says, husband love your wife as Christ loved the church. How did Christ love the church? By sacrificing. So you, the husband, you got to sacrifice wherever way possible. Sacrificing your ego. Sacrificing your ego. That's the sacrifice you make. So when the spouse, either the man or the woman says, don't go there, don't go there. Try to kill the termite. Don't give rise to the termite. Don't go and start justifying, oh, that my friends, we've been friends for years, we've been friends over a long time. No. Agree with them. Then if you need to convince them further, then you can have that discussion. But when they say, I don't like this group, then you try to defend it, then that's something else. That's something else. But also you must be patient. Be patient. Be patient. You see, you gotta be patient. Some people are just hard to deal with. You gotta be patient with your spouse. You got to be patient with your spouse. And I'm telling you, you know how many times my wife had to be patient with me? Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Sometimes I want to do something, or sometimes I'll do something, I don't do it. She got to keep reminding me. She got to be patient. She's been patient too many times. Plenty of times she's been patient. So you got to be patient. You got to be patient. And there should be no fighting and nagging. Fighting and nagging. Every 5 minutes, yo, fighting and nagging. Fighting and nagging. Now, every time you get involved in fighting, nagging, and bickering, it's a termite that will ruin your home. That will ruin your home. Now, again, quickly, as I close, we'll continue next week. But quickly, let us go back to the safest place for proof. The safest place for proof is the Bible. Let's go back to the Bible. In Proverbs 21:9, it says, it is better to dwell in a corner of a hostel than with a brawling woman in a wild house. Now, God always says the same in chapter 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. Now, I know this is talking about woman being hateful. What about the man? In Proverbs 15:8b, 8a, it says, a wrathful man stirreth up strife. A wrathful man stirreth up strife. It is a tragedy for couples when couples lose the honey from the honeymoon. It is a tragedy. It is sad when the sweetness of courtship goes sour. It is sad. It is sad. When some husbands exchange the yes dear to a shut up after they get married, it is sad. Before the marriage, they say, oh, yes dear. But after the marriage, everything the woman says is shut up. It is sad. And that is a termite. Some wives no longer say, I'm sorry, darling. They no longer say that. But now they say, get off my back. It's sad. That's why communication is important. It is sad. It is sad. It is sad. Now, fighting and nagging is a termite. Fighting and nagging is a termite. A termite that will destroy your homes. And if I talk to the ladies, I say, lady, don't be a nag. Don't be a nag. Ask God to give you a meek and a quiet spirit. Ask God to give you a meek and a quiet spirit. And to the men, don't be an old crab. Men, don't be an old crab. Don't be an old crab. Ask God to help you to be kind. Ask God to help you to be kind. Look at the second part of the verse in Proverbs 15:8b. It said, but he that is slow to anger, appeaseth strife. He that is slow to anger, appeaseth strife. So listen, when you get married, communication is key. The lack of communication is a termite. The lack of communication will destroy. The lack of communication will destroy any marriage. The lack of communication will destroy any marriage. And you got to realize that there are certain times, certain periods, where your mate will not be as cheerful. You got to realize that. There are certain periods that your mate may not be as cheerful. During those times, learn to be gentle, learn to be kind, and learn to be considerate. It's just normal that they will not always be cheerful. Huh? But what happened? Are you tired again today? Why you feel looking? No. Be considerate. Be gentle. And be kind. So, in other words, there will be time that one partner is not in a good mood. The other party should try harder to be kind. The other party should try harder to be kind. Because sometimes something bothers people. It might just not be in a good mood, that's all. But then you must try, the other party, you must try harder to be kind. To be kind. Don't be mean. Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. But I'm not sure we can complete all of this. But be kind. Be kind. Realize that. Be kind. Be considerate. One is not in control. You see, you must learn how to control your tongue. We're talking about communication now. Learn how to control your tongue. I don't know why people say, oh, it was a slip of tongue. Learn how to control your tongue. Learn how to control your tongue. So that you don't have to keep saying, oh, it's a slip of tongue. The tongue stay in your mouth and you say slip. If the tongue slip, the tongue will go further. If the tongue slip, then the tongue shouldn't be in your mouth. The tongue should drop. But learn to control your tongue. Learn to control your tongue. And remember the principle in Proverbs 15:1. Proverbs 15:1 says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Proverbs says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. I'm not sure we're going to go into this because my time is up. But we'll continue on Thursday. We'll continue on this on this line, and then we'll go into other. But I wanted to talk about the issue of liquor. The issue of liquor. Alcohol. I think that's alcohol. Yeah, liquor. Alcohol or liquor is a very big termite. It's a big termite that will tear down the home. It's a termite that will tear down the home. A well-known evangelist said that he spoke with a judge of a Davos court. He spoke with a judge of a Davos court, where he spoke to the judge of a Davos court, and the judge told him that 90% of all divorces in his court were due to liquor bottle. I don't know how, but he said the judge told him that 90% of the cases that came before him were due to alcohol bottle. He went on. He went on to say that in some part in some part of the place, it was as high as 95%. So, in other words, the liquor is a termite. Liquor is a termite that will destroy the home fast. It ruins morals. It corrupts the mind. It divides the home. And it enslaves its victims. And it breaks the heart. Liquor. Alcohol or liquor. Or the alcohol, call it liquor. It's a termite. What does it do? It destroys the home fast. What does it do? It ruins morals. It corrupts the mind. It divides the home. It enslaves its victim. And it breaks hearts. Liquor. Again, let's look at Proverbs 23, 29 to 35, which is a long stuff to read. But it says, woe, who have woe, who have sorrow, who have contentions, who have babbling, who have wounds without cause, who have redness of eyes, they that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine, they that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it gives its color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. At the last it biteth like a serpent. It's long. Proverbs 23, 29 to 35. It's a long read. But that's what it says. Alcohol is dangerous. But let me just close here, and we'll continue from where we stop on the issue of alcohol in the home. How it destroys, how it enslaves, how it ruins morals, how it breaks hearts. Alcohol in the home. So I want to say thank you for listening, for joining me. And let's meet again Thursday, same time. We will continue on this. And hopefully, if anybody, if you come on next week, Thursday, and you want to participate, is either, I don't know, you can call me on a WhatsApp, or you can just call here, and then I will take your call. But I don't know, but we got to arrange something in that line where we can be able to communicate, on that line. But again, until Thursday, thank you for listening, and thank you for joining me. You can share the program to others so that they can benefit. Have a good and a godly day. And again, bye-bye. And thank you for listening in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Amen.